Hello, friends and fellow board gamers. Welcome back to another episode of Board Games with Rob. Today, I'm going to be talking about something that I don't normally do a lot, and that's solo gaming. Solo gaming was not something that I got a lot into. If I wanted the solo game, then I would normally be playing on my Switch or, a video game. If I wanted to pull out a board game, it was more for the experience of playing it with other people. But it's only been recently, with the introduction of some new friends that have shown me some really cool single player board games out there. Steph, this shout out is for you. That I've gotten into them. And so this one was a game I saw at my local game store here just a week or so ago. It's called Conservas, which I believe is about canning of food, fish canning of food. It's a Spanish game, and well, it's in English. I mean, it's in English, but conservas is a Spanish word. And anyway, let's go to the table. Let me talk about it, and we'll come back here and I'll give you my thoughts. So I've got, I don't have the full game displayed here, but this is about 90% of it. And what I really like about it is it has this book, and there is kind of a campaign in that there's 12 different rounds you can play, and they're based upon the month. It starts out real simple in January and then builds up, over time. Really nice artwork too, if you can see that. Each month is a little different, and I'm really one that likes storms, so some of this artwork over here is, oh, look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. I'm looking at the artist. It says Jorge Tabanera Redondo, it looks like is the artist. Um, but you'll open the game up to the campaign that you're going to be playing, and this is going to give you your starting resources, right? So in this case, I'll start out with 10 coins, five of the blue tokens. I'm not good with knowing what the fish are. It comes with a bunch of different tokens. So I've got like I think they're maybe just plain old sardines in here, and they're double-sided so you can see them. They look like little cans, right, of fish on the other side. And oh, here's like seashells, or the pink ones or the orange pink ones. You've got clams. Those are the green ones. And a little octopus or octopi, pink. And then you've got water, which is the bad ones. These are the ones you don't want to draw. And the intro just begins with the blue and the pink or the blue and the oh, what is it? The clams and the sardines. And so you stock your bag. It's got a really nice like seafaring bag that you'll use, real nice cloth bag, and you'll put all those chips in the bag, and of course you'll give it a good mix, and it'll also tell you what your winning condition is, and it will tell you two different. It has like a standard mode and then a difficulty, the difficult mode, and it's played over 7 rounds. So you'd start at the first round. I'm just going to use a little coin that it comes with a really nice wood chip that I can't find right now. But yeah, we'll just say that we're on round one. And what you'll do is you will pull 3 chips from the bag for every boat that you have, and you start with one boat. Oops, I just threw a chip out there. So let me pull 3 chips out, and you will also pull 3 chips out for the ocean or the open water card. And you get to decide which one you want to put them on. Now, if you put them on the deep water, you're just going to put them all out there, right? But on the boat, each boat is going to have some statistics here, and they'll have a cost. This costs 3 coins to purchase. There's an upkeep that you have to pay, which in this case is 1, and I'll talk about that here in a second. And then there's a storage capacity, how much you have how much fish you can carry on the boat, and it's only 1 right now. So what I would have to do is place 1 up in the boat. I can store that, and then the other 2 go kind of in the bottom in the ocean part of the boat. And then what I can do is I can go back here, and you can see there's places that I can put anything that's in the ship that I can carry back with me. So in this case, it would be a single sardine. And so I could sell that for, looks like 1 coin if I put it up here. And there's places to put, if I was to get 2 of them at the same time, I could do this for 3. Or if I got 3 of the clams, like, or 3 of the seashells, I could get 7, it looks like. And these will stay out here. So when you sell them, they stay out of the bag, and then you would collect that money. You've got cardboard money tokens here that are really nice, in denominations of 1 and then 5. And then you can use this money. So you use this money and you can buy other boats. There's normally 3 out here laid out, but I mean, again, look at this artwork. So you'd have 3 boats that you could choose from. And here's another one that I would buy in this case for 3. And this one can store 2. Here's another one. This one can store 3. So they're very similar, right? But it's all random, and you'd have 3 to pick from. Here, this one's 4. It can store 2. But yeah, there's a variety of different. This one's 7. It can store 5 fish, and its upkeep is 1. So yeah, you can go in and you can buy another boat. But one of the stages that you're going to do after you've done, you've got to, you can spend or sell your fish accordingly in the harbor. And then what the next thing you would do is all of your fish will multiply. So what you'll do is for every 2 fish, you'll get 1 more or 1 less. And actually the way it works is if you had 3, you'd get 2 fish. If you had 4, you'd get 3. If you had 5, you'd get 4. And you would, so in this case, I have 2, so I would put those 2 back into the bag along with an extra blue that I got. So I would put 3 of those back into the bag. And then I got 2 of the yellow, so I would get another yellow to put back in the bag. And then all the water, it of course would go back into the bag. And then I would give it a shake, and then I would have to pay upkeep costs on any of my boats. So in this case, I would have to pay 1. And so I would take that out of my money. Now, of course, I would have gotten 1 money for that, so that kind of netted to 0. I would go to the next round, and well, let's say maybe I bought another boat with my money. So this one was 3. I spent 3 chips, and now I can hold 2 on this boat. So now when I draw on the next round in 2, I would draw 3 chips for my this chip, and then I can decide where I want to put it. And one thing I didn't talk about is there's items and gear that you can buy during the buy phase. Now, these will cost you not money, but fish coins. And so in this case, you would have to have 2 of the same colored fish to get this. This one, you would just need 1 of any fish to buy this. And then this card here, the open territory card, 2 different tokens to buy this. And so this one, once per round, when you place tokens on the open water, draw 3 extra ones and place them in the open water. So this would, if I wanted to spend this, I didn't really like it, or maybe I just want to put it on this boat here because it can only hold 1 to begin with. So I'll put 1 up there. And let's see, I draw another 3. Um, and maybe I put it over there. Well, if I had bought this open territory card and I had it in my tableau, then I could pull another 3 because I put those in the open water and put those in the open water. Oh, well, shoot, I only got 1 more of the sardine there. So then my last draw, I could put, 3, and oh, I got 2 water. I want to carry that. And so in this case, I might want to purchase, well, here's an example. This card here, it's 2 different chips, so I could spend these 2, they're 2 different, to actually buy that card. Or maybe I want to put them in the store, and I want to make some more money. And then these 2 sardines, they would produce another one that would go into the bag. All this water would go into the bag. If ever I have to draw and I can't, that's one way the game will end. Or if once the 7th round is up, then what I do is I total what's in my bag, and I look as well as the money that I got, and then I look at whether or not I completed my goal. In this case, it wants me to have 40 gold for the standard difficulty and to have 4 of the blue chips and 4 of the orange chips in my bag. And if I was able to succeed in that in the 4 rounds, then I won. And if I, oh, by the way, if I happen to get 60 and I think it's 5 of each, then I would have completed the, or maybe it's, no, it's 6, sorry. Then I would have completed the difficult round. And yeah, it's as simple as that. And I've got, all these different chips that come with, different fish tokens that come in the game and the water tokens. If I ever have to put water tokens in here and can't, like I said, that's another way the game would end. So really good components. What do I think about the game? So again, let me preface this by saying that I don't normally play solo games. I've been finding myself playing this over and over again. So recently I did a review of Quacks of Quedlinburg, the Duel, which is another bag builder. So I've been in this bag building mood, and this is really fun. I really enjoy playing it. It's got really good components. The wooden chips are really good. The artwork is just phenomenal. And I really enjoy how you have all these different campaigns, the 12 different campaigns, and they add different modes that you can go for. And you don't have to play. It's not like it's a story that progresses over time to where you have components that carry over, or it's definitely not any kind of a legacy game. So you could literally open the book to any one of the pages or the missions and play that mission. So yeah, it's a fun game. I look over here on Board Game Geek, and it's rated a 7.6, and it's got 921 ratings so far as of the time that I looked, and that's quite a bit, almost 1,000 ratings. 7.6. Again, anything over 7.5, close to 8, I think of very highly. Usually over 8 is like superb, from ranking as far as other people are concerned. I don't always fall in line with that, but if it's over an 8, then I expect it to be usually a pretty good game. I would rate this an 8. As far as solo games go, I don't have a lot to base it on. I will be doing some more solo game reviews here in the very near future. As I get more and more diverse, that rating might change. But I base it upon the quality of the game, and the components is more what I mean by that. And the gameplay. I like playing this. If I was faced between having to pick this or play on my Switch, I might be inclined to play this and pull this out. It's very quick to set up. It doesn't take a lot of space. I can just put it out on my dining room table and play, as the kids are doing something, and it's not a long game. So yeah, Conservas is an 8 in my book, and I hope you've liked this video. I hope tell me some of the solo games that you play, if any. Are you a solo gamer? And if so, let me know about some of them. I've got stuff like Warp's Edge, and I think Unstoppable is a new one that came out. It's a deck builder. I haven't had time to play it yet. Proving Ground. Oh, I think maybe Unbreakable is one also. Anyway, there's a bunch of them that I want to get played. Warp's Edge is one that I want to review for you here soon, because I got to play that a couple months ago when I was on vacation, and really, well, I'll save that for that video. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. I ask, please, if you have a moment, please click the subscribe, the like, and that would mean a lot to me. I'm trying to grow. But if nothing else, have fun gaming and have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.